This will be for the con assignment, create two-way relative frequency tables. Okay, for most of these, you do not need to read the write-up. I'll just read the first one. Camden is a mind-reading alien. He had each friend draw and look at a card, then he guessed whether the card had a star on it. The two-way frequency table below shows data on guess and true status of the cards the friends drew. Complete the following two-way table of row relative frequencies. If necessary, round your answers to the nearest hundredth. Okay, you won't be needing to round to the nearest hundredth. You can do fractions for all of these, all right? What you want to do, though, is look in the this part in boldface here. They want the row relative frequencies, okay? For some of them, they want the column. For this one, they want the row. That means left to right, okay? So here's the data that they give us, and here's the chart that we have to fill in. So notice that they give us the row total, okay? And the row totals are going to be 1 or 100%. All right, so you want to make sure that when you add from left to right, it equals 1. All right. So before we do this, I suggest you make a row total for the data that you have here. All right. So if the card had a star, we have 4 plus 2, right? 4 plus 2. So the row total is 6. And the card didn't have a star. We have 1 plus 752. That's going to be 753. Okay. So in this row here, the card had a star. The denominator is going to be a 6. All right. So I'm going to leave a blank space, then put a /6. And for the numerator, you just have these numbers right here. Okay, so this numerator here is going to be a 4. And this numerator here is going to be a 2. All right. So basically, we're calculating the frequencies. Okay. For the card had a star. If Camden guessed a star, that was 4 out of 6 times. Camden guessed it was not a star 2 out of 6 times. And of course, 4 over 6 plus 2 over 6 equals 1. All right. So we're going to do the same thing with the other row because we want the row frequency. So the row total equals 1. So this row right here, the total is 753. That's going to be the denominator on both of them. Okay, and the numerator is going to be these numbers right here. So this numerator is 1, and this numerator is 752. Okay, so 1 over 753 plus 752 over 753 equals 1. So that's basically it. You don't have to reduce the fractions. Okay, so the first fraction is 4 over 6. This fraction here is 2 over 6. Unfortunately, every time I click in the box, the screen jumps. Okay, so you'll have to deal with that. 1 over 753. And then finally, 752 over 753. Okay, so there's no reason you have to round to the nearest hundredth, okay? You can just enter the fractions and Khan accepts it that way. All right, again, you really don't have to read these. The two-way frequency table below shows data on years working with the company and college degree status for Tom's coworkers. Complete the following two-way table of column relative frequencies, okay? So make sure you notice this statement in boldface and see if they're asking for the column or row frequencies, all right? So here's the data they give us, and you can see on the bottom of each column, remember column means up and down, at the bottom of each column we have a 1. So that's 100%. So when you add the values in that column, they should sum or add to 1. All right. So let's see here. We're doing it by column now. All right. So I am going to write the total for the columns. All right. So this column here, 5 plus 16, that's 21. And this column here, 14 plus 7, that's 21. Okay? It's just a coincidence that both of them were the same. All right? So all of our denominators are going to be 21. Remember, the total is what is in the denominator. All right? So I am just going to fill these in pen at first. Okay, all of our denominators are going to be 21. And the numerators are going to be the numbers that are given. All right, so this numerator is 5. I said I was going to do it in pen first. Hold on. Okay, this numerator here is 5. This numerator here is 16. This one here is 14. And this one here is 7. Okay? Make sure when you add the columns now, it totals 1. So 5 over 21 plus 16 over 21 is going to be 21 over 21, which is 1. Same thing over here. 14 plus 7 is 21. Divided by 21, that's just 1. So that's it. So I'll just enter those totals, 5/21. Then over here we did 14/21. This was 16/21. And finally 7/21. So that's basically it.